Going second. We are facing Dragonite this time. Try to find our Raikou maybe, so that I can target Suicune EX. We have Mars with us, so the opponent only run water energy or what? They don't run electric type maybe. Fully depends on Pichu. Does the opponent have Dragonite now? The opponent can play Sylveon to search for Dragonite. Opponent get energy that they want and draw Dragonite. I cannot find my AMPHAROS. We still need 2 cards in order to evolve 1 cards right now. Dragonite, of course. We really need our AMPHAROS. If we can have our AMPHAROS, maybe we still have a chance to win. By throwing away opponent Lyra, Sylveon incoming. Opponent have Lyra. We need AMPHAROS by next turn, please. AMPHAROS! AMPHAROS, I summon you! Exactly what we want. Maybe Cyrus also great. For now, I only can play Mars. Make sure that the opponent doesn't have Lyra to reset Dragonite EX. If we can flip heads, it will be great. No, of course. Hope the opponent doesn't play around wheel. Yeah, Cyrus doesn't guarantee us a win. That is the problem. AMPHAROS doesn't one-shot Sylveon. Alright, draw me Cyrus. Come on Mars, draw me Cyrus. Cyrus, no. That is so sad. Stall the game until we found our Cyrus. If next turn we cannot draw Cyrus, we lost. Or if the opponent have lived this turn, we also lost. Cyrus, alright. We have one more chance here. We need to flip heads. Come on AMPHAROS, you need to flip heads. I believe in you AMPHAROS. Come on AMPHAROS. Flip heads! Alright, we win this game. Nice! Sometimes we don't have to take down the opponent Pokemon right away and wait for Cyrus. GG. Thank you very much. I think this is the best start for us. Let's only play Raikou for now. I'm happy with this start. Pichu is so crucial, but we only have 33% to start the game with Pichu. I have to drop my Mareep. Why not? Because I'm going to take down opponent for a key. It means that one threat down, opponent need to search for another rookie to get their Greninja. Maybe it is not an issue for the opponent, since they draw a lot. Start the game with Wheel, break my hand in the early game. We need to search for Cyrus, slow down the opponent by bring Giratina to the front, I think. If the opponent attack, they cannot play Broken Space below. They won't attack, right? Play your Broken Space below. Okay. So I need to find my Cyrus then. The opponent cannot find their Suicune. Maybe playing Mars is not so bad. I think the opponent secure Greninja at this point. Since the opponent doesn't play another basic, I will go with Mars. The opponent only have one more Professor Research in their deck. Finally, they found their Suicune, but no Greninja, I hope. We need to search for our Cyrus then, target Greninja, or target Giratina once it retreat. No retreat, right? They can tank one more time with Giratina. Finally, we got our AMPHAROS. AMPHAROS pretty strong with Wheel. I need to find Leaf then so that I don't burn that much energy. Maybe it is fine to develop second Mareep. It's time for us to retreat Raikou. Opponent deal 120 damage. Okay, so I'm going to bring AMPHAROS to the front. Really? I have no leaf, by the way. I don't care about Raikou. Play Wheel. All I need to do now is find my second AMPHAROS. So it means that I'm going to charging up my second AMPHAROS instead of Raikou because Raikou cannot win us the game. That card is just too weak. Only 60 damage. 80 damage actually since we are facing water type. They need to search for Giant Cap to protect Suicune. But they already played Giant Cap to Giratina. I hope there is no more Giant Cap since I'm holding Wheel. Opponent cannot find their Greninja. Alright, we win this game. Since we have 2 copies of Wheel. Oh, we also find Cyrus. We can win with Cyrus. But winning with Wheel is way cooler. Nice. 140 damage. Start the game with Pichu maybe? No. I keep start the game with 2 copies of Wheel. Break my hand so hard in the early game. We are facing electric type. If the opponent start the game with Pichu, we are in danger. Oricorio also bad news for us since I cannot deal damage to Oricorio. I need to find my leaf so that I can retreat for free. Oh man. Oricorio can attack by next turn. Mareep, please. Thank you. I need to find my leaf. That way we can start dealing active damage to Oricorio. Should I run 2 copies of Leaf? Cut down Wheel. Elemental Switch incoming. Another Mareep. Cannot find my second Mareep. My hand is so disgustingly bad. Yeah, I have to do this. On our Mars, but the opponent already complete their board. Once they take down my Raikou, they can Sabrina my Pichu. If I bring Pichu, then they can take down Pichu and then Cyrus my Raikou. We are in the really bad situation. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you for showing up, Leaf. Good thing here is opponent Raikou also doesn't deal decent damage. Active damage is enough to take down Oricorio. But again, the opponent can play Cyrus. Try to play Mars if the opponent take down my Raikou EX. I need my second Mareep actually. Having 2 copies of Will is so bad for us. I have to play Will, right? The opponent deals 60 damage. 60 damage twice, still cannot take down my Ampharos. Yep, the opponent plays Cyrus. It means that my Ampharos healthy, but Pichu. Probably opponent only run 1 copies of Cyrus. We need to search for our Cyrus too. Let's just play Mars. Another Raikou. Hope that we can flip heads, so that we only need to deal 10 damage with our Raikou. This is 120 damage if we flip heads. If not, then it is what it is. There's nothing much I can do. There's a chance opponent run 2 copies of Cyrus. Finally, we can start the game with Pichu, but I hope that my Pokeball draw me Raikou so that I can start attack. If not, then my Pichu is useless right now. We play Professor Research first to draw my basic Pokemon. Cannot find any basic Pokemon. Not the second Pichu, please. Okay, we draw our Raikou. Perfect. Exactly what we want. But I'm still holding too many cards. We can start dealing active damage. Maybe playing Mars after this before the opponent Mars us. The opponent red card us first. We search for our Mareep. Alright. Found our complete evolution. Really nice, but we don't have to play it right now. The opponent already played their red card. I don't think they run 2 copies of red card because it will break their hand. So it is pretty safe to play Raikou like this, and then we are going to drop Mareep by next turn. This way we prevent Suicune deal more damage to our Raikou, keep our Raikou healthy. Right now Suicune deal 40 damage. They still cannot find their Greninja. Oh, they heal. Alright. So you can survive then. 40 damage. Oh, okay. Opponent doesn't attack. It means that it buys us time to develop our Ampharos. Do I need 2 copies of Mareep? Why not just attack with Suicune? I mean, they still have enough time to charging up their second Suicune. Opponent already played 1 copies of Irida too. I need to search for Cyrus actually. This is how much damage? What? The opponent played red card and Mars. Wow, I'm not expecting that. Really not expecting that. Now I cannot evolve. Really bad now. Greninja still bad news for us. Because my Pichu is in our board. Come on, evolve. I cannot evolve. Greninja already. Alright, we lost our Pichu then. The only way to win this game is we top deck. We top deck our way to evolve to Ampharos. No giant cap, maybe. If I top deck Professor Research instead, that can be bad too. They don't target my Pichu. I need to evolve to Ampharos. Come on, evolve to Ampharos, please. Alright, we win this game. Guarantee win this game because I can play wheel. So if we draw the Professor Research instead, I cannot play wheel, no guarantee to take down Suicune. But if we evolve to Ampharos in time, then we guarantee take down Suicune by playing wheel. Dealing 140 damage, nice game. So far so good, we are on our 3-win streak with this deck. Thank you very much. Going first, play against Metal. I don't like going first with Raikou. Opponent plays Solgaleo probably, yes. I can only deal 120 damage to Solgaleo. Meanwhile, Solgaleo also able to heal with Lily. Yeah, going second sucks. Where is my Mars to disrupt the opponent too? Opponent found their Cosmog. They can actually one-shot Raikou too with red. I need giant cap then. Found our Mareep. Charging up Mareep. We can try to hit Solgaleo twice. Yeah, Solgaleo incoming. Will the opponent play Legendary Pulse again? They do have red, like I said. Thankfully, Ampharos is tanky enough to handle Solgaleo EX. Let's hope that the opponent doesn't have another attacker after this. They only have 2 cards left. Ooh, drawing 2 copies of Wheel. Keep our Ampharos healthy. I like this. Play the full art one. I cannot afford losing HP here. So we are going to play Wheel. Guarantee deal 120 damage and avoid 20 damage for ourselves. I'm not going to drop my Pichu because Sabrina win the opponent game. I don't have Lily to heal. Oh, the opponent play Professor Research. I need my Mars. They cannot bring Suicune to front. Alright, Solgaleo down. The opponent doesn't have another attacker. Let's hope that we can flip heads, avoid 20 damage. No. Well, we saved Wheel. For Entei. Cannot find my second Mareep. The card that I need doesn't showing up. Now I don't have Wheel anymore. Let's hope that the opponent still cannot evolve to Solgaleo. Maybe I should just play my Pichu. Alright, we avoid 20 damage to ourselves. No Solgaleo yet, please. The opponent draw a lot, 5 cards left. Find my Mars. Yep, the opponent evolve. We lost this game. There's nothing much I can do about that. Solgaleo deck is just too fast. Nice. GG for the opponent. Start the game with Mareep. Opponent start the game with Froakie. Can we find our Ampharos? We need to find our Ampharos in time. Going second is not so bad if we start the game with Mareep. So going first, better start with Pichu. Going second, better start with Mareep. Or Raikou. Why the opponent love to play turn 1 Mars? Alright, we have Pichu. Maybe if we draw Raikou, it can be great too. Let's hope that the opponent doesn't have second Mars. Our previous opponent run Mars and red card. Let's hope that the opponent doesn't retreat. Alright, the opponent lost Greninja. Too bad for you. We don't even need to play Wheel. But I take 20 damage. Ampharos is easy to enable. Only requires 2 energy. Opponent lost a lot of value by losing Greninja that early. I think the better play is evolve Greninja from the bench. But after that I still able to one-shot Greninja. Alright, we eliminate 2 copies of Greninja, I think. Enable Giratina takes time. They need to play Broken Space below 3 times. Alright.